Tonight, from Seattle, Washington, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears.
Well, the city of Seattle known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. The second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Cordero Patterson on the return.
Mitchell Trubisky taking the field to lead Chicago. Trubisky, the Ohio native, went to North Carolina, then drafted by these Bears as the #2 pick in 2017.
And one of the few knocks on him coming out of North Carolina was just actual game experience, just 13 starts in college. But he works so hard at making up for that lost time. He loves the game, crazy about the film room, and guys just naturally gravitate towards him. I think he's got a chance to be an excellent leader and player.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
3-yard pickup.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Trubisky. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
It's a gain of
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Not much there, only a yard.
to Tariq Cohen. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, it's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now the Bears' 6th-round pick in 2014, Pat O'Donnell on to punt. The Seahawks have David Moore back deep. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Taking it about the 16. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. Beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. 3rd down here. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
We're scoreless after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and a yard to start things out. Here's Trubisky. He may try and run for this. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
On first down, Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On the draw, this is Cohen. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Cohen, the ball.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
1st down, Chicago.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike, check.
To throw again. Wilson steps away. And he's going to keep it here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On 1st down, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Carson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 20.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
Trubisky's pass complete. Fumbled on the play.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Wilson over the middle, and it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
A 29-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Holding offense.
Come on, man. Second down. You better do something.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Trubisky to throw. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of quarterback Russell Wilson. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is DJ Reed returning. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And 5.
the pickup of 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Wilson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cohen. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Now a run with Montgomery. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down.
A 48-yard attempt.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Seahawks 3, Bears nothing.
The Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They run it with Carson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
To Chris Carson. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Carson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
Makes the score Seahawks 6, Bears nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw. He may try and run for this. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Trubisky. Stepping up. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
So the victory here for Seattle, and not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say? It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.